Hey everyone, this is Erin with 5 Parks Yoga. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today's class is a slow flow yoga class. So as the name indicates, we're going to be moving very slowly. And slow flow is a great practice for really establishing a good, steady, and controlled breathing pattern. So really focus on your breath throughout today's practice. And if you like this class, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're gonna start standing today, so come to the front of your mat, bring your big toes to touch, a slight separation between your heels, spread your toes nice and wide, bring your arms down alongside your body, palms face out, engage through your core, reach through the crown of your head, close your eyes if you feel balanced. If you don't feel balanced yet, just take a nice, steady, soft gaze out in front of you on the floor. On your next breath in, you're gonna circle your arms up overhead. Again, nice and slowly. So we'll be moving slowly in each transition that we make today. So reach your arms all the way up, nice active hands. And then as you breathe out, you're gonna bring your right hand to your right leg and you're gonna start side bending to the right. So continue to move as far as you can, reaching your fingers a little bit further down the side of your leg, keeping your shoulder in line with your hip. As soon as you've reached your depth, you're going to rise back up to tall mountain, bringing your right hand up overhead. As soon as it comes in line with your left arm, bring your left arm down nice and slowly. You're gonna slide it down your left leg as you side bend to the left. Reach your fingertips over to the left. As soon as you reach the depth of your side stretch, start rising back up to center. Bring both arms up overhead to tall mountain. And then on your next breath out, cactus your arms. So start to draw your elbows down, lift your chest up, lift your chin up. One continuous movement until you reach the depth of your stretch. And then big breath in as you rise back up to tall mountain. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, hinge from your hips with a flat back. Come all the way to standing forward fold. Release your hands down to your mat as soon as you come into your forward fold. And then on your next breath in, extend your spine long, come up into a halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold over your legs. With your breath, breathe into halfway lift, slowly, slowly, slowly. Breathe out, fold forward. Plant your hands on your mat. Step back to a high plank pose. You're gonna go from your high plank all the way down onto your belly. You can have your knees lifted or on the ground. Shift forward with Chaturanga arms to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep your hands where they are. Plant your feet on the floor. As you breathe in, Cobra Pose. Take it nice and slowly, the entire length of your breath. And lower down on your breath out. Once your forehead reaches the floor, tuck your toes under, knees lifted, or you can keep them on the floor. You're gonna press back up to high plank for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your hips back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths, downward facing dog. You can hold a steady, still downward facing dog, or you can find some movement. How slow can you make your breaths as you hold the pose? On your next breath in, lift your right leg up to 3-legged dog for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring your knee to your nose, round your spine for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Touch your knee to your nose, and then try, without putting your foot down on the floor, to bring it all the way forward into a low lunge position, setting your foot down on your mat, knee right over your ankle. Lower your back knee down onto the floor, take the top of your foot flat to the floor, reach your arms up overhead for Crescent Moon. As you exhale, bring your hands down onto your knee. You're gonna interlace your hands on top of your knee, press your palms down, and start to take a little back bend here. And come all the way back forward and straighten your right leg. Come into half splits pose. Move forward, continuous movement here to low lunge pose. So bring your right knee over your right ankle as you tuck your left toes, lift your left knee up off the floor. Continue to travel all of your weight onto your right foot as you start to lift your left leg up off the floor, so you're in standing splits pose. Gaze back at the back of your mat. Let your head hang heavy. Lift your foot a little bit higher. Now float it down to low lunge with control, as slow as you can for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, equal weight in both feet now. Crescent lunge. Rise up. Find your own resistance in your arms as you lift them up overhead. Once again, once you get those arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, flip your palms up toward the sky. Big stretch here. Maybe look up. And then exhale, lost my balance there when I looked up, to airplane lunge. So hinge forward as you sweep your arms alongside your body. Reach back. Come all the way back up, crescent lunge. And then plant your heel on the floor, open to the side. Press your palms down. Nice and slow until they are parallel with the floor. And then lean back, reach back, reverse warrior. You're gonna transition all the way down to low lunge, one continuous movement for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Step back, high plank. And again, to the count of 5, you're lowering, this time halfway down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Press up to upward facing dog as you reach through the crown of your head, slight lift of your chin, and then press back to down dog. This is gonna take some core strength. As slow as you can, you're gonna roll over your toes for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take one slow, deep breath here. Lift your left leg straight up behind you. Nice and slow. As soon as you reach the top of this movement, start rounding your spine, bringing your knee to your nose for the count of 5. 3, 1, tap your knee to your nose, and then without setting your foot down, bring it forward to low lunge. Make sure your left knee is over your left ankle. Lower your back knee down onto the floor. Lift your arms up to Crescent Moon pose. And then bring your hands on top of your knee. Interlace your fingers. Start to press your palms down. Find a little back bend here. Maybe lift your gaze up. And then come all the way forward. Hands can come to the floor as you begin to straighten your left leg for half splits pose. Draw your left hip back so it's in line with your right hip as you fold over your left leg. And then start to make your way forward again to low lunge pose. So as soon as your left knee arrives over your left ankle, tuck your back toes and lift your knee up off your mat. Equal weight now on both feet as you rise to Crescent Lunge. So imagine that there's something resisting your arms as you rise up. Once your wrists are over your shoulders, take your hands, interlace your fingers, flip your palms. Nice big stretch here. Maybe take your chin, lift it up, and then come forward to airplane lunge. So sweep your arms alongside your body as you hinge forward and reach back. Really engage your triceps, the backs of your arms. And then just to slowly come all the way back up. So you're really working that front lunging leg. And you're working your arms by creating your own resistance. Warrior 2 is your next pose. So place your heel on the floor. Imagine that you're pushing something down with the palms of your hands as you bring them parallel to the earth, and keep your right or left leg lunged nice and low. As soon as they're parallel, start bending back to reverse warrior, sliding your right hand down your right leg, leaning back, stretching through your left side, and then low lunge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's like watching a flow class in slow motion, right? So step back to high plank pose. Can you lower to Chaturanga for the count of 5? 2, 1. Come to the tops of your feet. Press up to upward facing dog. Little lift of your chin. And then downward dog to the count of 5. 4. Rolling over your toes. 3, 2, and 1. One breath here. Lift your right leg up. To the count of 5, right knee to right elbow this time. 3, 2, 1. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now see if you can place your right foot to the outside of your right hand now. Wide-legged low lunge stretch. We're just going to hold it for 1 breath. Option to come down on your forearms. Breathe in and out. Our next posture is side plank pose with big toe hold if you would like it, if that's accessible to you. Otherwise, side plank pose. So if you want to try, take hold of your right toes with your right peace fingers. Come into side plank for the count of 5, bringing your foot with you. 4, 3, 2, 1. And just as slowly come all the way back. Set your foot down, release your toe. Come back to high plank pose. Lower Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga never felt so hard, did it? And then back to downward facing dog. Two, 1. Right to the other side, so lift your foot, your left leg up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee to left elbow for the count of 5. And then you're gonna hold it for the count of 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Place your left foot to the outside of your left hand. Wide-legged low lunge for 1 breath. Option to come onto your forearms. If you're on your forearms, return to the palms of your hands. Side plank with big toe hold. Left peace fingers around left big toe. Bring your foot with you as you come into side plank for the count of 5. 3, 2, 1, and right back for 5. High plank to Chaturanga for 5. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Three, 2, 1. We're going to keep on moving here, so right leg lifts. Knee to nose for 5. Make your way to low lunge. Crescent lunge, nice and slow. Once you arrive in crescent lunge, you're going to continue to move, this time to airplane. So we're coming into a balance pose. You're going to step onto your right foot as you slowly reach your arms back and lift your foot, back foot, up off the floor at the same time. Once you arrive in airplane pose, continue moving, but just as slowly to staff for 5. 3, 2, 1, to pigeon for 5, 4, standing pigeon obviously, 3, 2, 1, sink nice and low and hold it for the count of 5. Come all the way back up. Return to staff pose. Bow pose for the count of 5. You're bringing your left foot back without touching it down. Left arm is reaching back. 3, 2, 1. Lift and kick for 5. 3. Reach your maximum depth at 1. And then we're going to transition from bow to half moon. So continue to reach your hand down to a block or the floor. Release your left leg, open your hip, extend your left leg behind you as you reach your left arm up. To the count of 5, low lunge. So float your foot down as you bring your left hand down to the mat. Both hands frame your right foot. Step back to high plank. Chaturanga for 5. Upward dog. Downward dog to the count of 5. 3, 2, 1. Left leg. Knee to nose for the count of 5. All the way to low lunge. 2, 1, crescent lunge. Airplane. Float your foot up off the floor as you reach your arms back. See, there's no momentum, there's no swinging going on. As soon as you reach airplane pose at 1, start moving to staff. Again, count to 5. 3, 2, 1, bow. Right foot is going to come back. Your right hand is going to come down to reach for the inside of your foot. 3, 2, 1. Kick and reach for 5. Come to the maximum depth at 1. Now continue to travel toward half moon, reaching your left hand down toward the floor. Extend your right leg out behind you as you begin to open your hips. Stack your shoulders, stack your hips. And that's 1. Float, low lunge for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. High plank and chaturanga for 5. Upward dog. Down dog. And that's 1. Last time through some standing postures. Again, lifting your leg for the count of 5. Rounding, knee to nose for 5. To low lunge. 2, 1, crescent for 5. Warrior 2 for 5. Remember, you're pressing something down with resistance. 4, 3, 2, 1. Rise to star for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Horse for 5. Hands together. Sink into your squat for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the maximum edge of your squat and hold it. You're going to transition, if you can, try it out. Skandasana on your right leg from this position. To the count of 5, you're side lunging into your right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. That takes a lot of strength and control. Start to flex your left toes up toward the ceiling. Hold here. Now, we're going to transition again, if you can, with your hands at heart center. Start to make your way toward low lunge at the front of your mat. Now rotate your torso toward the front. Tuck your toes under. Take your hands to the floor, stack your right knee over your right foot. We're transitioning from low lunge to wild thing. So slowly, right leg comes up behind you for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to open your hip, bend your leg, float your foot down toward the floor as you roll to the outer edge of your left foot. 3, 2, 1. Plant your foot down, stretch back, hold it. And return to three-legged dog to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Knee to nose, count of 5 to low lunge. One, crescent lunge to the count of 5. Warrior 2 for 5. Star for 5. Horse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold it for 5. Skandasana to the left, so side lunging onto your left leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Flex your toes up and hold it. Rotate, low lunge. Three-legged dog to wild thing, counting 5. Wild thing for 5. Start to float your hand up off your mat as you float your foot down toward the floor for 2. 1, plant it down, reach back, look back, and hold it. And you return just as slowly for 5. Release back to down dog. Takes patience to move this slow, huh? Notice what you miss in transitions when you rush through them. This really creates a lot of strength and stability and control in your movements and your breathing. From here, come to a child's pose, releasing your knees wide on your mat. Hips to your heels, walk your hips back as you walk your hands forward. Release your forehead down. Make your way to seated. Can't imagine anyone's going to be too excited about slow flow core. I'm not, but we're going to do it. Of course we're going to do it. So come into boat pose. I'm going to be shaken a lot in these movements, but that's good stuff. So lift your feet up off the floor. First we're going to hold it, static hold for 5. Okay, low boat to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Full extension at low boat and then high boat for 5, 4, And again, to the count of 5. You reach your full extension at 1. High boat for 5. Last time to the count of 5. High boat. Arrow mudra. Feet to the left, hands to the right for the count of 5. Full extension at 1. Back to center. 5 to the side. 3, 2, 1, back to center. Take hold of your knees and then lower down onto your back, hugging your knees into your chest. As soon as you get down onto your back, extend your feet up toward the sky or the ceiling. Rest your arms alongside your body. Lower your feet to the floor to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you go just as slowly up to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 more times to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all the way back up to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and last time to the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, that's hard on my hip flexors a little bit, which means probably a little more low belly activity is needed. Now to the side, take your arms out to capital T. You can do half or full belly twisting posture. We're gonna actually release into this posture, but take it slow for the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then you can set your feet down. Maybe reach your right hand toward your left foot or your left knee if your knees are bent, and hold it. Now this is the real hard part for me. To the count of 5, bring them back up to center. 4. Continue moving to the left to the count of 5. 1, set them down. Now take hold of your right hand, your right foot with your left hand, or your right knee with your left hand, and hold it. Back to center for 5. Place your hands alongside your body, bend your legs, lower your feet to the floor for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Once your feet come to the floor, start pressing into your feet and lifting your hips up to bridge for 5, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. And just for the count of 3, we're going to lift and lower from bridge. So 3, 2, 1, lift 3, 1, lower 3, lift for 3, last time, lower, Lift, 3, 2, 1. Now you're gonna lower all the way down. Set your hips down on the floor. 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest for the last time. Savasana. Breathe in through your nose as slow as you can for 5, 2, 1, and release through your mouth. 2, 1. All right, go ahead and completely relax and just come back to the natural, steady rhythm of your breathing. When the time comes for you, release from your Shavasana as slow as you can. If you're at the beginning of your day, maybe you can kind of keep that slow pace and steady rhythm throughout your day. Maybe if you're getting ready for bed, you feel kind of relaxed and calm. Thank you so much for joining me for class today. Today, as you go forward, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste.